So I don't know if you guys saw the Tyreek Hill Miami Dolphins video footage.
Well, everyone saw. I sent it to the group chat, but unfortunately, Shawnee's not in the group chat, so he may not send it.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Well, I was also speaking to the audience, not just everybody on the air.
Well, let me hear it. Let me help you out. No, the people doing work at 7 a.m. did not sit around last night watching the Tyreek Hill.
Well,
video.
it came out yesterday afternoon. It was on CNN too. So I thought maybe it went to mainstream. I thought maybe it went to mainstream.
I
news.
saw it when you sent it.
Yeah, I didn't see it till last night.
So, but at any rate, cops pull him over, and I guess they pulled him over for not wearing a seatbelt.
No. Reckless the endangerment, and then also not.
And then also the seatbelt. And
they didn't specify what he was doing with the driving. They have not specified yet what that means.
So the officer knocks on the window, and Tyreek Hill says, "Don't knock on my window like that, bro. Like, why are you knocking on my window like that?" Was their kind of first interaction. And then Tyreek Hill rolls up the window, and he's like, "Man, just give me a ticket. You're going to make me late," and rolls his window up.
Crazy.
And then that's when...
Which, by the way, I already nailed it from the very beginning. The second I saw this, I said, my guess is pro athlete, Miami-Dade cop. This is going to be a battle of who's more privileged. Who believes that they're more privileged in the situation? Because no normal human being, no matter how you feel about police, thinks the right answer when they knock on your window is, "Hey, yo, who are you to be knocking on my window?" That's not a normal reaction.
Yeah, that's not a normal reaction.
No,
however, and so for that...
Not me. I didn't want any problems with the problem.
I'd be like, "Excuse me?" Sorry.
And by the way, let's be honest. The knock on the window, it wasn't egregious. It wasn't like he was banging like he was going to break the window.
It was just a little...
No, he was. Tyreek said it like he was breaking his window. Really, it was just obnoxious.
It was
annoying.
It was a knock.
Right.
But it was also like, why do I even have to knock on your window?
Right.
Like, because you've been pulled over, so they're probably thinking...
But in Tyreek's mind, he's going, why am I even being pulled over? I'm at my job.
Right.
Like, I'm here every day. I'm
literally damn near in the parking lot.
Damn near in the parking lot. I'm driving a $150,000 car. Like, I'm one of the players. What are we doing here?
Right.
That's.
But at this point, you pulled over. Why is your window closed? Not pointing fingers, but
that's where it starts.
Congratulations, you played yourself
because you already pulled over at this point.
Then,
even though you're pissed,
then
might as well roll the
1, 2, 3, 4 cops now.
Okay, that's aggressive.
Have pulled up and they're yanking Tyreek Hill out of the car. Time out. Literally the face of the entire franchise for the Miami football team.
He's the biggest star.
None of y'all know who that is?
Oh, they know. They have his ID.
Exactly.
They know who it is.
Congratulations.
So now you have his ID, you know who it is, you know where you're at, you know what type of car he's driving, and you begin to throw him on the pavement face down in handcuffs.
So basically, after they knocked a few times and he wouldn't do anything, they said, if you don't open this car up, we're taking you out. And then before he could even kind of move, like, you know what? And they just opened the door and yanked him out. And then before you know it, he's face down. They then showed themselves to just be completely, in my opinion, just like out of control. Like, bro, this isn't a crazy situation. I understand he's being annoying, no question about it. He's being privileged. But guys, no one's in danger. There's no threat. There's nothing happening here. Why are you all of a sudden throwing this man on the ground? And he's like, guys, I just had surgery. Boom, face down on the cement.
And at one point, they stood it.
That was the second time they took him down.
At one point, they had him standing with handcuffs on. And cop comes behind him and puts his arm around his throat like in a chokehold and shoves him down in a seated position.
Said, "Yo, sit down."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna sit down. Hold on. I have to sit down slowly because I just had surgery. Sit down." No, I said sit down.
He's saying I had knee surgery. Yeah.
Then some of his teammates come up. They pull up in a car in front, another expensive ass car, where another guy who's
Rolls Royce,
kind of clearly a player, also is standing out there like, "Hey, what's going on?" Cops run up on him. Need you back in the car. He's like, hey.
You can't park here. Get down the street.
Hands are up in the air. I just want to see what's going on with my teammate. Before you know, hey, you know what? You're getting a ticket. I'm giving you a ticket. And
let me get your ID.
And it's just such
Congratulations. You played yourself.
It's not, like, my only point is this. The job is hard. The job is intense. I understand that. But maybe your temperament isn't best for this job because you're taking a situation that is not scary and not crazy and you're making it out of control.
OD.
But see, this is a reoccurring issue in many precincts around the country where there are individuals who take things and And now, literally it becomes, because that's what this is going to be now.
Right.
This is now who's the most privileged and who has real power. So the police officers, the main cop, or maybe two of them, have been suspended.
I think the main one. I didn't know if it was two.
Yeah.
But at least that one was talking the most.
And then, and trending on Twitter now is comply, right? Because it was like, if you would have just complied, this wouldn't have happened, right? But then you also have people going, yes, but if that was a white player, would you have responded that way? And it spirals back into all. Is it me that brings up race, or is it the fact that race is an actual problem? Because cops do treat people differently based on their race.
Right.
Time and time again.
Yeah, and this whole comply piece is it's an excuse to be overly right. It's an excuse to be overly aggressive. And I've been in that scenario many times. It's like, if they're twisting your arm behind, just giving a scenario, they're twisting your arm behind your back. You can't breathe or whatever it is. It's like, stop resisting. Like, comply. Bro,
I'm not sure if you're trying to harm me or kill me or whatever the hell you're trying to do.
And it's natural body function to protect itself from, like, dying.
Correct.
You know
That's
what
natural.
I'm saying? You can't even not do what you're doing.
Now, back to the beginning.
This comply piece is crazy.
No, the comply piece is crazy, especially once things get physical. In the beginning, it is crazy. Like, thinking about a normal person, black or white, being in a situation where you've been pulled over, the cops are tapping on your window, and you're straight up ignoring them. That, to me, I would be like, I'm inviting drama into my world now.
Right. And I would guess that Tyreek Hill's been pulled over a lot, probably in Miami. I would guess, right?
Well, and we know Tyreek's had issues with the law too,
right?
So Tyreek's had his own things that have happened
and
as well.
So I'm sure there's a piece of Tyreek Hill that's like, y'all know who I am, bro. Like,
oh, for sure.
Y'all are targeting me.
You know who I am, bro. Like, why are you even acting this way? And so that gets you an attitude. Because here's the other problem, and I run into this a lot. You're talking to me like I'm your son. You're talking to me like I work for you. You're talking to me as if I'm not a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen, and you have an attitude with me that I don't even know why you're talking to me in that tone over
whatever.
Over a ticket, a seatbelt. Like, what do we even talk?
Right.
Like, what do you do? That's the piece where it starts to get like, what?
Yeah.
And so that piece is where I know for myself, that's where I already got an attitude. I already got an attitude.
But in this case, we don't know. From the beginning of the video, you cannot tell where that begins.
Well, I think it begins when they pulled him over, because you said his
brain, he's
I'm
like,
at work. I'm in the parking lot. Y'all know, like, I drive this car. Like, what?
Right.
So by the time he came to the window, Tyreek was probably already not trying to hear
he was already
whatever
like, what's
it was
happening right now?
And now the guy's ego is like, wait, you think you're bigger than the law?
Right.
And now he's giving you,
and he's already on the property.
Basically, like he's on his way in. And I don't know what the pullover was for. Maybe it was something simple like there's a cone that he went around.
Next question. Yeah.
It was probably something like there's things regular people can't do, but the players know you just do to get into the parking lot. You know what I mean? Because they haven't expressed what it was yet. They said he endangered people, but I promise you, if he had been going like 80 miles an hour, we would know. The fact that they're just saying he was endangering people means he was doing something in between that he shouldn't have been doing.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
It's a mess, is what it is.
It's about to be a mess.
Yeah.
It's about to be a real mess. Go ahead, Cass.
I said it's a mess. But besides that, it's just even the point of dealing with police officers as a person of color. You have do we have to go through exceptional circumstances and training that most people don't? Like, when I was young, my dad literally sat me down and said, hey, listen, when a cop pulls you over, you have to roll all your windows down. If it's dark, turn the light on inside the car. That's not normal. Like, we shouldn't be having to have those conversations.
Roll all the windows down, do all this, do it. Basically, act like they are assuming you have a gun.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that you're a danger. And so, that's off top. And by the way, that's what many police want us to do. They want us to feel that fear.
Us,
specifically black men, and brown men. They want us to feel in fear and inferior. Like, that's a part of the police state. And so that's why the attitude is constantly there, because you have many people who are just regular, hardworking citizens, and you're making us all feel like we've already done something wrong when we haven't.
Yeah.
Based on profiling.
And I guess I would be a little bit more sympathetic because, like, obviously, if a cop is pulling someone over on the side of a highway in the middle of the night, right? I certainly understand their concern about making sure they can see everything that's going on.
Broad daylight in a football parking lot.
Broad daylight with 50,000 people driving around you, and it's
driving a Ferrari.
And driving a Ferrari, like, my man.
Now imagine it wasn't. Imagine it was dark, and it wasn't 150 people driving around.
Oh, exactly.
They might have beat him down. Like, different type of beat down.
Congratulations, you played yourself.